Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. Today we're looking at another card sketch. I've got some colours out which we're going to use, and the card sketch we're doing today is, and again this was recommended to do some card sketches different ways by one of my subscribers, Sherry. Thank you very much. Any other suggestions? Gratefully received. So what we've got, they're both exactly the same, just slightly different colours. So we've got a card base, and we've got a mat which is a 1/4 inch smaller. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, do your mat like that on your card base. Now we are going to take a circle, and this circle is a 3, no it's not, it's a 2.5 inch circle. You could take a 3-inch circle, but you want a circle that will fit approximately like that. So you can take it smaller or larger, but this one is probably 2 3/4 inches actually. So that's a circle. We then have a piece which is going to go down this side, and again the width of it is 1.5 inches. Is it 1.5? Yes, 1.5 inches. Doesn't matter on the length, because again you can do it your size. This length is 3 3/4. Okay, because that just fits in for me. And then the piece along the top is whatever the size of your card is along that way, less 1/4 inch. So mine is going to be 3 1/4, because this piece is 3.5. So 1/4 inch smaller. And the depth of this one is 2 inches. Okay, so you can work it out. If you look at it, this is 1/4 inch smaller across on here, and then 2 inches down. This is doesn't matter on the actual size. So this was 1.5 by 3 3/4. And then your circle is a 2 3/4, or a 2.5, or a 3, depending how big you want it to go. And I'm going to lay this one out in that design. I might lay this one out in a slightly different design. You can do it however you want really. So I might actually do this that way, and then take the circle maybe in on. Have a look. I might take the circle in like that on there and just have it in 3. We'll see, not sure. Okay, so I'm using 2 different but exactly the same theme. So this was Dragonfly Dreams, which was beautiful dragonflies and a bumblebee, and then a set of dies. And the dies I'll quickly show you, because I know some of you are trying to find some of these on second-hand selling sites. So these ones, you've got this lovely one which gives you a whole row of little dragonflies. This gives you a large dragonfly, that gives you a smaller dragonfly, and this gives you a center which you can actually put behind this one, so you can have it 2-layered, which is what I'm going to show you, or you can take it from the image on here and it will take that one out. So several ways of doing it, and I do use it a lot. I love the little bee. In fact, I use this bee and I fussy cut it and just colour it in, but it works beautifully if you want a nice little bumblebee. So that's that set. And then a few years after that, they did another set. So this one was Dragonfly Garden. You've got the flowers, you've got the little dragonflies or little flies of some sort, and then you've got the 2 dragonflies and the punch which punches them out with a small one as well. So it was 2 different ones, and this is what I mean about you don't need to have it all. You can have anything. You can use butterflies if you want to. So I'm going to do a card with each one of the sets. So if I do this one, I'm going to have this one with this flower, and I want to put this flower in over the top of this one. So let's put that, and that's going to come just in like that. So got a couple of blocks out because I think this one needs to fit onto a larger block. So let's put that up at the top. And then I'm just going to use my black ink, which is here. So let's just give that a, and it's not going to go all the way down, but I don't need all the sort of stemmy bits at the bottom. And I'm just going to put that in on here like that. And that gives me the little flowers, which I think is really rather sweet. So that's that one. I'm just going to give this a quick clean off. Sorry, I'm going to be off camera for a second while I spray my water on it. Put my hand up there across the screen, and then I've just got a microfiber cloth that I can just take it roughly on there, then I can clean it off properly afterwards. So that was that one on here. And then we've got this little, so that's going to come in here like that. I've got a piece to come along the top here. So what have we got on here? We've got the flowers. We've got these little ones. They might be quite sweet, mightn't they? Or I might do, let's see if we can do this a bit simpler. So we've got that there, that coming across like that. Now I want to put a dragonfly like that, and I want the dark, that colour, because I think that works quite well. But I could put another two up along there. That would work that way. Not sure on this. Has got to a for a true friend, so I'm going to do them for friend cards. So we could put that one in like that. That will work well. I want to have something different on there, and I don't think I want, I might have the bluer dragonfly. Well, we'll wait and see. So for a true friend, and I've done that on an angle because I wanted it on an angle. I think I'm going to do these little ones actually. So let's take these ones out, and I'm going to just put them on the top of here. Need to make sure they're in the right direction, don't I? Yep. So let's put them up like that. And I could put them in a colour, but I'm not. I want to have them in black and white, because then I've got the option of just adding a little bit of colour on there. So I'm just going to take these across like that, across like that, in that way, in that way. It's quite good when you've got little stamps like this, because you can quite easily just go into the little spaces like that, so you end up having it right the way across. Like that. Okay, so that's going to give me the piece to go on the top. Now I'm just going to clean this little bit off here so we don't have, oops, I've got a bit of twine hanging around. And then I can just give this a quick wipe. And then I will give it a proper clean afterwards with my stamping scrub, but this just gives me a quick way of doing it so it's not too long. Okay, so we've got that. I think I am going to use this one because I think this is going to give me more colour. So I'll put that one in on there. This can come in across like that on there. And that gives me that one. That's going to come in underneath here. So that's my card sketch for that one. And I would colour in those little pieces to just give it a little bit more colour, but that gives you the look of that one. And let me just take the next one in on here. And so I've done that with black and whites on there. I think I will probably do the other one with colours. So let's get the other set out. So this was the one with the punch, and obviously I punched it out and I'd coloured that one. This is the one with the dies. So I have got this, let's have a look on here. So if I do exactly the same sketch, then it's not going to get confusing. So that's going to come up on there. This I did a little bit shorter, but I don't think it matters because we're going to do something different on there. And I think on this one, I'm going to have these dragonflies coming across like that. Then I've got this piece to come down here, and I could, so I'm just going to have a look. I could have them at the top, I could have them at the bottom. That's going to come in like that, in on here. And this is the dragonfly that I did. Now, do you remember I said you can take, I took silver on the outside. I coloured a white piece with different coloured markers underneath so that you get that colour. And then I just put some glitter over the top, glitter glue, and let it dry. So that's going to come in like that. And then this piece is going to come in across here, and probably not, don't want it to come too much over that dragonfly because I really like the look of it. So it's probably going to come about like that. I could even just put it up there and have that simply, but I want to give a little bit of difference in on this piece. So this piece I'm going to take and I'm going to use, in fact I might do it on both. So I've got this like little dots, and if I take this onto this one, have I got a smaller block? Oh yes, I'm going to put it on that smaller block actually, because that will give me a little bit more room. And it's an older one, so I'm going to give it a bit of a smooth down. And I want to have, I'm going to have blues, I think, in here. And I know it's on green, but I quite like the blue. So I'm going to take this blue in across here. And I'm going to take this one in this way. Then I'm going to take this one in that way. Okay, so I've just got a nice little sort of pattern on there. And I might, just to add a little bit of extra interest, is to put this pattern on the back of this one. So let's have a look and see how that's going to look. So I think that that will work quite well. I'll tell you all the colours at the end that I used. So if you've still got them, you can see. There we go. That's quite nice. I didn't want it to, quite like it variegated. So that gives us those. And these ones we used was Island Indigo, Retired One, and Coastal Cabana. I did get these two out, which I probably would have done if I was going to use this Dragonfly, which was Fresh Freesia and then a pale green pistachio pudding, but I don't think I did it a different way, as you know. So let's have a look at this one. We've got this one, make sure I'm opening it the right way. So this is going to go in up at the top like that. This is going to come in down the side like that. So we've got the two different side pieces. And then this is going to come in on the center. So it's exactly the same layout. We're going to have this coming in down like that. So that's going to go on top of there with that as the background. That's going to come in over there. Dragonfly can go in on here. And the sentiment I'm just going to put up in on here, because I think that that will work quite well. If I didn't want to do it like that, I could move it in and move it maybe across like that at the bottom. So you've got the different layers on there. And if I wanted to move this one, I could take this one out and probably put it in across this way. And in fact, that probably looks a bit better in on there. So have that at the top, that there. You can see how you can play around with it quite a bit. Put my flying dragonfly in like that. And then we can have the sentiment coming in down there on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to move this one back in. Move this one back in. So that's got a bit of colour on it. That's black and white. Let's just get those back in. I haven't stuck them down because I will play with them and colour them in a bit more. But these are to give you your ideas. So that works like that. Now, if you wanted the extra bit of colour, which I was turning around and saying, so depending how you colour your flowers, If you wanted an extra bit of colour, pop this one in like that, and then take those colours into the background and just colour a few of those in, and you'd have that one as well. You could even put, if you didn't want that, you could put 2 of them and have 2 dragonflies flying like that, and put your sentiment in down like that. So again, lots of ways of playing around with it. Hope you enjoyed that idea. We used Dragonfly Dreams with the die set called Detailed Dragonfly Thinlets, so that's those. And we used Dragonfly Garden with the Punch Dragonflies Punch, which is that one. And then the colours we used were the Island Indigo and the Coastal Cabana. If I was going to use this one, as I said, I would have stamped it or coloured it in the Fresh Freesia, and probably Pistachio Pudding, because I quite like that colour. So as always, please stay safe and well, please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.